Kutazama Capuchin TV, huduma Katoliki ya uinjilishaji. Hello and welcome to Catholic Focus. I'm Maureen Kimani and with me is a sign language interpreter, Charity Ngima. Thank you for choosing Capuchin TV as a source of news and inspiration. Here are the headlines making news today. On Christians to allow themselves to be transformed by the Eucharist, describing it as a source of spiritual renewal and a deeper encounter with Christ. Speaking during his Wednesday general audience, the Holy Father emphasized that participation in the Eucharist is not merely a ritual but a sacred mystery that shapes beliefs to believe according to the example of Jesus and strengthens them in the daily Christian witness. Take a look.
Dear brothers and sisters, as we continue our series of catecheses on the Second Vatican Council, today we consider the celebration of the Eucharist as presented by the Constitution on the Liturgy, Sacrosanctum Concilium. This sacred mystery is described in the second chapter of the document as a sacrament of love, a sign of unity, a bond of charity, a paschal banquet in which Christ is received, the mind is filled with grace, and a pledge of future glory is given to us. The Constitution also emphasizes that at Mass, the faithful are not passive spectators. Rather, all are encouraged to offer themselves in union with Jesus Christ, the spotless victim, to the Father, through the hands of the priest and together with him. Participation in the Eucharist, in the Eucharistic sacrifice, also means being formed by God's Word and nourished at the table of the Lord's body. Indeed, these two parts of the Mass, the liturgy of the Word and the Eucharistic liturgy, are so closely connected with each other that they form but one single act of worship. Brothers and sisters, as we seek our nourishment from this abundant source of divine life, let us allow ourselves to be transformed by the mystery we celebrate.
For many widows in rural Kenya, the loss of a spouse often marks the beginning of a new struggles, including economic hardship, social exclusion, and vulnerability to exploitation. In Kakamega County, a group of widows is now calling for urgent intervention to safeguard their rights and improve their living conditions. As our reporter tells us, their appeal is also a call to dignity, protection, and long-term empowerment for widows across the country.
Widows in Marama Central Ward, Butere constituency, Kakamega County, have spoken out about the challenges they face following the loss of their husbands. The women allege that they continue to experience discrimination, mistreatment, and exploitation, making it difficult for them to live with dignity and security.
Utapata mzee ameingia mwenye haujui, amewacha koti kwa nyumba. Ukienda kusema hii koti ni ya nani, anasema ni yangu. anasongesha muda, inafika usiku anakuambia wacha nilale tu kwa kiti, kesho asubuhi nitaamuka niende. Na ikifika usiku kumebadilika, ni mambo ingine. Tunaomba serikali ikaweze kutusaidia. Pia sisi tukue na haki.
Speaking in Ishianini, the widows called on the government and civil society organizations to step in and protect their rights while supporting the social and economic well-being. Their appeal came during a visit by Kakamega businessman and philanthropist Boniface Ngashira, who donated food supplies to the women.
Lakini kwa siku ya leo, mtoto wetu Ngashira naye amekumbuka ya kwamba kuna wamama wajane. Ametujali. Wamama si leo tutashiba. Huyu mtoto ametusaidia sana na tunashukuru Mungu. Tunamuombea akaweze kuishi maisha mema na mengi tena, sababu wajane ndio wengi. Kesho pia akaweze kusaidia wengine.
Ngashira urged the government to develop sustainable programs aimed at empowering widows and improving their livelihoods, saying they deserve greater support and inclusion within the community.
Kwa hivyo ningeliomba government ama serikali yetu ibuni vitu mingi ambazo zinasaidia wamama. Hao mama pia wako na vyama, waendelee kuempower mama kwa hizi vyama zao. Wale ambao wanaweza fanya mradi wa kuku pia wape kuku. Na pia ukipewa mama kuku inahitaji chakula. Kwa hivyo anahitaji pia akuwe na ile kitu ambayo inaweza msaidia ili mwisho wa mwezi anaweza enda pale apewe kitu yake, venye serikali kuu iliyopita ilikuwa inafanya. Ndio hao mama at least wajimudu. La sivyo hao mama wengi venye tumesema wanapitia changamoto, wanakufa kama wamepitia changamoto mingi sana.
Reporting for Catholic Focus Capuchin TV, I'm Nancy Kajuju.
As Kenya prepares for next year's general election, young people are being urged to use artificial intelligence responsibly and avoid spreading misinformation online. Innovation experts and award-winning students say AI should be harnessed to drive research, innovation and job creation rather than fuel false narratives. Our reporter Susan Blemi has more.
Speaking at Mount Kenya University, Head of Innovations, Intellectual Property and Community Engagement, Donatas Njoroge, warned that the misuse of AI could make it difficult for the public to distinguish between facts and false information, especially during the election period.
In the changing times, especially as we approach the elections in Kenya, AI can be very dangerous in terms of spreading rumors, propaganda. But used well, it can be used for the benefit to kill jobs, to kill employment, and to be able to improve our ratings globally as a country.
Njoroge encouraged students to use the technology to enhance research, foster innovation, and create employment opportunities, noting that the university is equipping learners with AI skills to address emerging challenges in the job market.
MKU has put the right foot forward in terms of aligning our processes and aligning with AI changing times. So we have improved our processes in terms of learning, incorporating AI in all aspects of training, learning, and even building workforce that is AI enabled. We've taken a step further in making sure that we do a lot of sensitize our learners, our staff, so that they keep aligning to the changing times of AI.
The remarks come as MKU students continue to shine on the global stage after winning top honors in international innovation competitions held in China and the United States.
For the last 1 year, we have had various students competing locally and globally and winning various awards. As mentioned right now, we have students who had traveled to China to participate in Huawei ICT competition, and we're really proud that they emerged the global winners. We also have had some students traveling to USA to compete again in the Wedge Prize, whereby also the students emerged as one of the winners of the Wedge Prize 2026.
Award-winning innovators Brian Goge and Wesley Njenga also called for the positive use of AI and greater government support for youth-led innovations, saying technology can play a key role in driving industrial growth and creating opportunities for young people.
So currently we can, as young people, as the community, we can be able to leverage on AI to use it for the good. Whereby one of the ways we can use it is by using it in our studies and also to do research. Yeah. So we can be able to leverage AI for the good. Yes, sir.
My aim, my challenge to the government and the county and national government would be for us to identify air pollution as the problem it actually is and support emerging innovations that are seeking to tackle this problem with immediate effect.
Reporting for Catholic Focus, Capuchin TV, I'm Susan Bulemi.
Moving on, Siaya County has recorded a significant decline in deaths and hospital admissions linked to sickle cell disease over the past 5 years, marking progress in the fight against the inherited blood disorder. County Executive Committee Member for Health, Jacqueline Oduol, says increased awareness, early diagnosis and improved access to treatment have contributed to better outcomes for patients living with the condition.
Sickle cell disease remains a significant health concern globally, nationally, and within our county. However, today we gather not only to acknowledge the challenges, but also to celebrate the remarkable progress we have made in prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and support for affected individuals and families. In Siaya County, data from 2021 to 2026 indicates that a total of 656 patients were admitted due to sickle cell disease. During the same period, 28 deaths related to the disease were recorded. While these numbers remind us of the burden of the disease, they also tell a story of hope and progress. We have witnessed a steady decline in mortality from 2022 to 2026 and a notable reduction in hospital admissions since 2025. This demonstrates that our interventions are working and that more patients are accessing timely care before complications become severe. Early diagnosis remains one of the most effective strategies in reducing complications and improving outcomes for children born with sickle cell disease. I wish to particularly encourage all young people and couples planning marriage to undergo screening for sickle cell disease. Knowing one's sickle cell status before starting a family is a responsible and important step that can help reduce the risk of passing severe forms of the disease to future generations.
In other news, as Kenyans prepare to mark the anniversary of last year's Gen Z protest, concerns are growing over the potential impact of demonstrations on businesses and local economies. While the right to protest remains a fundamental freedom, stakeholders are calling for a balance between civic expression and the protection of livelihoods. As our reporter Deborah Bahati tells us, the business community is appealing for peaceful demonstrations that do not come at the expense of enterprises and jobs. Take a look.
National Chambers of Commerce and Industry, KNCCI, has urged demonstrators taking part in Thursday's memorial protest for Gen Z youths who lost their lives last year to ensure that businesses' activities are not disrupted.
Kama ni maandamano ya kweli na ya amani, tungeomba mufanye maandamano na msiharibu mali. Tumeenda, watu wa biashara wameenda hasara kubwa sana kwa maandamano hayo, mengine yamepita kwa sababu wamepoteza vitu vingi sana. Hata biashara zile zingine tumeona watu wameanza kugaramika sana kwa kuweka vizuizi katika madirisha, katika milango, na hiyo ni gharama kubwa sana kwa watu wa biashara.
KNCCI Eastern Region Chairman Mutavi Kithu said traders in Machakos, Makueni and Kitui counties have suffered losses due to property destruction and looting by criminals who infiltrate demonstration.
Kwa hivyo tunataka kuomba watu wetu wale ambao wataingia kwa maandamano, please msiharibu mali ya watu. Tuko na watoto ambao tunapeleka shule, tuko na shule ambazo zimefunguliwa, tuko na watu, tuko na familia, tunapatia chakula na tuko na vitu mingi ya kujenga nchi hii. Kwa hivyo tuwajibike sisi kama watu na tusifanye maandamano ambayo yataharibu mali kwa watu wa biashara.
He also called on security agencies to enhance protection for businesses and private property, stressing that while the right to demonstrate is protected by the Constitution, it should be exercised peacefully and without interfering with economic activities. Reporting for Catholic Focus, I'm Deborah Bahati.
And that brings us to the end of Catholic Focus. Thank you for joining us and for making Capuchin TV part of your day. I'm Maureen Kimanindo, signed language interpreter, has been Charity Ngema. May God bless you. Goodbye.
Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel. Are watching Capuchin TV. For any complaints, comments, or compliments on our programming, you can either write to us on info@capuchintv.co.ke or you can call us directly on 0717 424 866. Your complaint shall be addressed within 7 days. Remember to keep a copy of your communication with us. Keep watching Capuchin TV. Your